welcome to my review of Batman Hush, the latest DC animated film to join their pantheon on the animated shared universe, and in this one is directed by Justin Copeland, and of course it is based on one of Batman's most prolific storylines. I am not going to spoil this story, but as someone who is a fan of the comics and who has read them, I gotta say I was pleasantly surprised by this film in more ways than one. Now, I cannot say much of the plot, but I can say that a new enemy has come into town and he is making life complicated not only for Batman, but it seems like he is one step ahead of all Batman's rogues. More often than not, I'm a fan of these DC animated films. I really like how they portray the stories they're adapting. They don't always hit the nail on the head, but for the most part, they are rather enjoyable, albeit quite simple. This one, however, I love something that it does, and that is not only it references previous DC films that have come out in recent memory, but also it plays a lot with the larger Batman world. All the villains, the city of Gotham, the relationship they already have with Batman and Catwoman and Nightwing and Alfred. That happens in the comics, so you would expect it, but they make it so seamlessly blend into the narrative. Basically, it didn't come across as something that they had to adapt, but something that was organically there and that it belonged in the story. Also, apart from that main story of Hush, who Batman wants to find out the identity of, the film also plays with the fact that Batman / Bruce Wayne is trying to start a serious relationship with Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman, and move their relationship forward to the next level. First of all, every Batman animated film that has been coming out, I'm a bigger and bigger fan of Jason O'Mara's portrayal of Batman. But the real star in terms of voice of this film is really Jennifer Morrison as Catwoman. I think she nails this role. She is without a doubt my favorite animated Catwoman in a long time, and they do have great chemistry. The love story in this film really does belong here, and they blend it seamlessly with the main plot line, and there are consequences that one story is affected by the other. Let's talk a little bit about Hush, because we cannot talk a lot about Hush, because I don't want to spoil anyone. I am really happy that they took into consideration that 90% of people that are going to be watching this film have read the comic. That's pretty much all I can say, because throughout this film, I found myself just bored with the mystery, and the Hush story really relies on the mystery. Half the fun in reading that story is not knowing who Hush is. I was surprised. It's an interesting decision that they made, and I'll keep it at that. I don't particularly like it, but I don't think it's a bad decision either. It makes sense within the context of this movie and of this animated universe that they've created for themselves. And those are all my positives, and despite not having any overwhelming negatives or big issues with this film, I think it's riddled with small issues. Despite loving the broader world of Batman and Gotham City, I think the film suffers quite a bit pacing-wise because of presenting all these characters in this one movie. There's also a moment in which Batman separates himself from the team, and so Nightwing and Catwoman go on a mission, and that just went on for a little bit too long for my taste. I also think we didn't need to see Batgirl whatsoever. She's literally in one scene of this film, I guess, to confirm her existence. And while Hush is a menacing villain towards Batman, and you understand that he has been playing around with other Gotham villains, you basically see him bargaining with them, but you don't see the trump that he actually holds over them to threaten them and to make them work for him. Those basically are all my negatives, or at least the ones I can mention without spoiling. I don't think this film has big issues, but I think it has small issues throughout, structurally, narratively, and pacing-wise, that just don't make this experience a great one. I think it's fun, I think it's fine, I think if you like this story, you're going to enjoy this film. I think if you never end this story, you're still going to have a fun time. I'm going to give Batman Hush a B-. Thank you so much for watching my beautiful geekies. You guys are the best. Let me know your thoughts on this film, and let me know what is your favorite Batman or any superhero story that you'd like to see animated. Thank you so much for watching once again, and hot take, I think this story is a tad bit overrated. Okay, bye! I'm just kidding. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. So until the next review, stay beautiful, stay geeky, and don't forget to subscribe and give this video a like because it really helps me out. Thank you so much. I love you. 3000.